Just two or three quick ones from me, please, Campbell. First of all, it's just an obvious one. We're so close now. How are you feeling? You must be so excited to get in there now and get on with this.
Yeah, really, really excited at the minute. Slowly got a little bit of nerves coming in, but yeah, mainly excited. I'm really, really confident that I'll put a good performance in. I've been flying in the gym the past few weeks. It's best by a country mile that I've ever looked. So, yeah, really confident and excited. Can't wait to get in there.
When there is so much excitement and expectation around your big performance, is it important to you to put on a show and make a statement, or is it just get the job done, however that is?
Yeah, well, with me being so excited and having a lot of eyes on me, there's that danger of me being a bit overeager to please people. So all I'm going to go in there and do is try and box my best, try and stay as calm as I can, and make sure I impress my dad and Matthew and all my team. So that's my only concern at the minute. Just doing my best and not getting too concerned with things.
How are the family? Obviously, the Hattons have enjoyed so many great moments in boxing over the years, and they've been waiting for this moment as well, anxiously. You know, your grandparents, your dad, your uncle, they must all be buzzing.
Yeah, everyone's really excited. Bag of nerves as well. My nana, all my grandparents, my mum. I'm sure my dad and Matthew are a little bit as well, but everyone's really excited and they're the same as me. Just really confident that I can go in and put a good performance in.
Just a last question from me, please, Campbell. Obviously, as your career has developed, you know, your dad and your family have kept you out of the media spotlight. And in the last few weeks, you're everywhere, huge profile. Everyone's talking about you. When you put the telly on, you're there. How are you enjoying that? And what's it been like to get used to?
Yeah, it is something really different than I've ever been used to. Before this, I've never been a big social media person and things like that. So it's a lot to adjust to. But I'm enjoying it. I've always been quite confident and been able to talk rubbish really. So it's not been too hard to adjust to.
Well, listen, I'll let somebody else have a go now, but we're all rooting for you. The very best of luck.
Nice one, mate.
Thanks, Mike. Dominic from BBC Radio Manchester. Do you want to jump in next, please?
Cheers, Dan. Campbell, how's it going?
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks, mate. How are you?
Very well, thank you. So talk to me then. How excited are you? Pro debut on Saturday night. How's it feeling? Yeah,
it's feeling very real now. It's we're nearly there. Just can't wait to get out of my room, but it's just really excited to get in there and show everyone what I can do.
What's this fight week been like for you then? I know you're in your room at the moment, but I imagine having your first pro debut amongst everything else that's going on with all the regulations and things like that, it must be a lot to take in.
Yeah, it is. It's different to any fight week that I've had before, where obviously we're going through a lot of tests and we've got to isolate in my room and a lot of waiting around, where normally I'd like to try and occupy myself a bit, distract myself. So being stuck in my room with nothing to do apart from think about Saturday night, it is getting me really excited, but it is making it feel very real.
So when you sit and think about Saturday night, what are you envisaging or what are you imagining happen?
Just probably a lot of emotions flying around, really, because we are all me, my team, all my family. We are a mixed emotions at the minute. We nerves, excitement, and confidence, but just trying to keep reminding myself, stay calm. Because I touched on before, saying there's an eager. I'll be a bit eager to please, so I need to make sure I don't go over the top and just keep myself composed. And I'm confident I'll be able to do it.
Just wanted to mention your dad as well. What are some of your memories from sort of witnessing his journey when you were younger or much younger, sort of him fighting on the grand stages, and how much do you want to replicate that and go that far?
Yeah, there's not a lot I can remember. Like from the actual time, obviously I was really young, but like looking back, like just how much the fans loved him and the excitement he brought to the ring, and it's something that I definitely want to achieve myself. And like anyone who's seen me box before will tell you that it's a very fan friendly and good style to watch. So I'm pretty confident that people are going to like what they see.
And you mentioned that the fans that got behind Ricky and your dad in his career, a lot of them from Manchester. You yourself, proud of coming from Manchester as well. How much will it mean to represent the city when you head out there on Saturday night?
Yeah, I'm very proud to be from Manchester. Obviously, big football fan. I like all my Manchester music, and obviously it's something like growing up. Manchester boxing's always like thrived, so I want to add my name to the list of these fighters that have come from the same city as me, and want to entertain people in the ways they did.
And will you be coming out to Blue Moon like your dad?
We'll have to wait and see. Giving nothing away.
I love it. And just quickly on Manchester City, I know this is a bit off topic, but can they do the quadruple this season?
I think it's well doable, to be honest. Like we've pretty much already won the league. I think we're already in a semi-final. And then obviously, I think getting Dortmund in the draw is a tough game, but definitely one I think we should be winning. So I definitely think it's something we're capable of. If anyone can do it, it's us anyway.
I love it. Just finally from me, just what's the advice your dad's given you ahead of Saturday?
Yes, everyone's been like, it's been the same advice from both my dad and Matthew. Just stay composed, don't be too eager to please. Just go in there and do what I do in the gym, and people will be impressed anyway. So don't be like trying to rush things and do too much too soon. Just take me time, and that's been the main thing, really.
Nice one, Campbell. Good luck, and hopefully here at Blue Moon soon.
Nice one, mate.
Thanks, Dominic. If we go to Jeremy Herridges next, please.
Hi, Campbell. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Thanks, pal.
I'm curious. When you decide to turn professional as a boxer, and you have your uncle Matthew as your trainer, what was the decision to kind of have your uncle train you versus your father? Was it based on past relationships with fathers and sons, and maybe it was just better to keep those two worlds separate, or how did you come to that decision?
No, it's not. It weren't like that. It was. I'd always trained with them both, and it went really well when I was in the gym with the pair of them. I'd train a few days with my dad, which was always great, and I'd train with Matthew, and it was great as well. It was nothing like any like relationship thing. It's just I'd always done a little bit more with Matthew, which made it a bit more natural to go down that road, and it'd have been like a bit less of an adjustment. And we just the way Matthew trains, we really gel with it. So I think it was just a bit the natural thing to do, really. But no matter who I had in my corner, I wouldn't have been in bad hands, and I still have my dad there to work with and get the advice from. So I've got the best of both worlds, really.
You've been, and your family's been surrounded by boxing, obviously. I've read a lot about how your father did a lot to kind of shield you from some of the lows in his life post-boxing. But hearing about those experiences, what have been some of the most important lessons that you've taken away from your father's story? Yeah,
a big bit of advice my dad's always given me is do as I say, not as I do. Obviously, for all the strengths he had in the ring, he did have his weaknesses, which he'll admit himself. And like that's another area where I'm so lucky because I've got the not just the advice in the ring, but I've got advice that he can give me out the ring as well. So it's really I couldn't ask for much better, to be honest.
No doubt. Campbell, thank you so much for your time and best of luck on your debut.
No problem. Pleasure, mate.
Thanks, Jeremy. If we go to Jonathan next, please.
Hey, Campbell, it's John here, Pro Boxing Fans. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Thanks, mate.
Good. Since we spoke when you signed with Matchroom, you've now added Anthony Joshua 258 to yourself. Can you talk us through how that came about? And I saw you were in the gym with AJ. What was that like?
Yeah, to be around like people, obviously, you don't get much bigger names in boxing than Anthony Joshua at the minute. So to be around people like that is going to do nothing but benefit you. And if anything rubs off, it's going to be a bonus. So that was great to be around AJ, and it came about really when we was in the press week for the AJ Pulev fight when we was in the bubble, and obviously we got speaking to the 258 lads, and obviously with my dad and Matthew, the boxing side of things is covered, but all the other aspects and things that go on around boxing, but not in boxing itself, they're the best in the business. So just as many minds on board and as much help as we can get is a bonus.
And just lastly, have you discussed with 258 Eddie and Matchroom how this year's going to work for you, providing you get through Saturday? How many fights are you looking to sort of have?
Yeah, we haven't really discussed anything massive or spoke about it too much. We want to be as busy as I can, really. So I'll be ready to take any opportunity that I'm given, and that's my plan, is to try and just be ready to and be in a position to take anything I'm offered. But we're just looking at Saturday at the minute, and then we'll take it from there.
Appreciate it, mate. Best of luck Saturday.
No problem. Thanks, mate.
Yes.
Thanks, Jonathan. We've got time for two more from Ames next, please.
Ames here from Boxing News TV. Pleasure to meet you, Campbell. How you doing?
Yeah, good. Thanks, mate. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So, with being the child of a great, as there always is, there's this expectation that you also will, follow the footsteps all the way to a world title like your father did. Do you feel that level of expectation on your shoulders?
To an extent, I do. Obviously there's a lot of interest building up, and there's a lot of eyes all the time from the off. So I do feel it in some ways, but I deal with it well. I always use it as a bit of motivation in the gym. Really, I can't afford to be putting in mediocre performances. So it's that thing where I won't be cutting any corners, and because there's that many eyes on, I've got to be at my best all the time. So I'll make sure I am.
It's a bit of a mixed bag when children of greats get into the ring. They have mixed successes. Have you sought advice from maybe the likes of your Conor Benns or your Chris Eubanks Juniors for how they've kind of dealt with things?
I've had bits of advice off Conor, where the main thing he's said is to focus on what I'm doing. Don't worry about what other people think. To be the best that I can be, and I think that's spot on, really. That obviously there is interest in there, but obviously my dad's not fighting for me, is he? So I've just got to do what I can do, and no one can ask any more of that. But I'm confident that what I can do will impress people.
Wish you all the best, Campbell. Thank you.
Thank you.